Hello everybody, welcome to the Stutter Sage channel. My name is Sage, and today I'd like to touch on another part of our back to school topic. Mainly disclosing to your teachers how you could disclose and presenting in class or speaking in class. Now, I want to make sure that I say this. None of what I say is scientifically proven. Research has not been done, nothing. I'm just sharing my own experiences with hopes that maybe what I've gone through can help you out, or you can relate in some way or another. So just putting it out there. So what I did is when I in the few years when I started high school, I just ignored teachers when they would call on me in class. I wouldn't respond at all. And my reasoning was I would prefer to be known as the jerk than the stutter. So I would just not respond or ignore them. I know it's rude, but I just didn't want to stutter. But I think it was into the 10th or 11th grade when I wanted to change it up a bit because I was tired of entering the class and being so nervous and maybe crying the night before a presentation or something. So I would usually disclose to my teachers, and I would tell them, I would speak to them after class, of course, and explain to them and tell them that I'm a stutterer. Of course, when you're one-on-one with the teacher, you're probably going to stutter less. Some teachers may not trust you, trying to think that you're just trying to get away from presenting in class just because you're nervous. But you're bound to stutter in front of the teacher a little bit, and good teachers will give you a chance. Maybe open up the door and allow you to present once or twice after school. And it's during those experiences that you are going to stutter, and the teacher is going to believe you and maybe try to make your life easier, at least if they're good teachers, and most teachers are, at least in my experience. So you can expect that you're going to be stuttering much less if you do choose to present to your teacher one-on-one, because I guess, you're not nervous, tens of students staring at you. You just have a pair of eyes, which, your teacher. And this is when I would advise you to not try to use any type of strategies to not stutter. Let your stutter out. Let her see, or let him see how you stutter. Be honest, let them see the true you when you really block. Don't avoid it. That's what I did. And interestingly enough, with time, if you choose to do that during at least the first semester, you're going to become a little bit of a pro in presenting, and you're going to realize that your blocks are becoming less, shorter or less, or not even, you don't even block at all. Of course, it differs from person to person, but with my experience, presentation after presentation, I was improving to the extent that in one of them, I actually chose to give it in class, and it went quite well. Now, I was blessed with very good teachers. They all knew that I stuttered because I had told them, and they would still wish for me to participate in class. They don't know how it's like, or they do know how it's like being bullied, but they still want to push you. So one of my teachers, I still remember her, she would ask a question, wait for anybody in class to participate, and she would look around and pause and make eye contact with me for about 2 seconds. She's giving me a nonverbal of, asking me, do you want to go for this one or not? So I would, if I didn't want to, I would usually just look away, and then she'd continue and pick on some other student. But sometimes I would go for it. I would take the bait, I'd go for it, and it would be fine. So I guess when it comes to teachers and when it comes to you presenting and how you want to, it's all, how comfortable do you feel in your own skin? I don't. I know that I come from, I come with a lot of insecurities because of, I guess, the way I was made fun of, mocked and bullied when I was growing up with the stutter, that I would avoid stuttering like it was nobody's business. I would do anything to get out of the stutter. to get out of presenting or have the block in public. I'm hoping you're not the same way. That's not a healthy way to go about it. You should feel a little more comfortable, I guess. But the bright side of what I was doing is that it put me on the path to become a covert stutterer. And that's what I am now. I'm able to, conceal it a little bit, or as much as I can. Sometimes I would pass by as fluent if I tried. But here's the tip, okay? This is the only tip that I'm giving, and it has been proven to me and what I've witnessed with some other stutterers. Do not script yourself. Do not read from a script, whether you're presenting to the teacher after class, in class, during class, I mean. When you script yourself, you limit your number of words that you can replace if you're going to block, and oh my God, you're going to probably stutter very badly. If I can grab any of these books and read straight from the book, and oh my God, it's a whole different ballgame when I do that. So I never script myself, not even at work. If there's something that has to, if I'm at work and I have to read off a script for a presentation or a shareholder meeting, I don't do it. And even if I do, I cheat. So I skip some words if that have been scripted. I replace words. I still do it. So what'll make it easier on you, at least what it did for me, is when I present anything, I make sure that I don't script myself. And if I read from a script, I allow myself the freedom to switch, replace, change, skip, or whatever it is, as long as, of course, it makes sense. So that's basically, in a nutshell, how I got through presentations and disclosing to teachers. There isn't a special way to disclose. What I would do, I would just wait after class and then tell them, listen, I stutter. And, at least when I was in high school, no need to tell you when that was, but at least when I was in high school, I guess a lot of teachers weren't receptive or understanding of what a stutter is. They would tell me, okay, just calm down, we all stutter. But a few of them are really understanding and saw how bad the stutter was and made my life much easier. The bullies made my life hell, made high school hell. But the good teachers are what made the high school experience and school experience in general quite a pleasant thing. And the same goes out through college. Whenever you're in a classroom setting, it doesn't have to be hard if you give yourself the freedom to present after class. It is okay. If you don't want to do that because you don't want to be treated in a special way, more power to you. Stand up in front of the class. Stutter. It's okay. If you can't embrace it, embrace it. If you can accept it, accept it. There certainly isn't, I'm certainly not advising against that. I, on the other hand, haven't, and I don't think I ever will embrace it or accept it. And I still avoid it, and I still avoid being scripted in work and throughout my entire life. We all stutter, but this is your journey, and it's your stuttering journey. That's what worked for me. If it works for you, please go ahead. If you have another method, please let me know in the comments. I'm still exploring other methods, and I guess I'll be exploring for the rest of my life what kind of strategies or what to do or how to further mitigate this stutter and not be a slave to it. Hope this helps. Thank you for watching.